Alright guys, so I've got a 04 Acura TSX over here, and the issue is when you go to lock the car, the driver's side door lock doesn't work. It's a common problem on these vehicles. It's the door lock actuator that's going bad. So to fix this, we're gonna first start by removing the door panel. So to get the door panel off, right up here, there's a little panel. You want to pull that with a little prying tool, like that. There's two Phillips head screws in here. Right here. There's one and two. The other one is missing in my car, but your car should have the other one, so go ahead and remove that. And obviously in your case, remove both of the screws if they're there. Next thing you want to do is come in here and pull this panel off. You just pry it off. Next thing to do is you want to come in here in the little handle area. Sorry, I'm trying to adjust the camera here. And inside there's a little flat, cover. So remove that. And then inside, this one's kind of rusty, but there's a Phillips head screwdriver, screw. So use a Phillips head screwdriver, obviously, to remove that. Okay. So now, should be able to come in here and carefully pry the door panel off on all the sides. And once it's free, you lift up. So you want to lift up to clear these hooks, or to clear the locking mechanism over here. And the whole door panel comes out. Once you have the door panel out, I'm just thinking I should have probably taken all this stuff out of here, but it's not my car, so I don't want to mess anything up. Next thing you want to do is you want to remove this piece, and there's a tab in the back that actually, let me pause the video. I'm gonna figure out what to do and I'll come back and tell you. Alright, so I figured out what to do. So basically there's this little hook for the door cable, the pull cable, and that slides into here. It falls in there and this latches over it. So you want to undo that and this cable will become free. Now the only thing holding it in are these electrical connectors down here, but it's hard for me to do it with one hand. So I'm going to undo that, undo those wires, and then this door, as you can see, is going to be free. So I've actually not removed the door panel, I just kind of rotated it. I'm going to see if I can do it without taking it off, just because those wires are a little tricky to get. So this is the skin or the cover for the door to keep the moisture out. It's just a moisture barrier. So very carefully peel that off. And you come in here and there's 3 screws. So you want to undo these 3 screws. When you're doing this, make sure you use a large Phillips head screwdriver, not a small one, otherwise you're going to strip out the bolt or the screw. So here it is. Just take out the remaining ones. That one comes out. And then take out the last one. And last one's out. So now you reach in here and you can pull, very carefully pull this white piece. This is the door lock actuator. This is what you want to, this is what we're trying to replace. So there's these tabs, all right, these connectors. So you want to undo those connectors. Let me do that. I'm going to put the camera down. All right, guys, so this is where it gets super tricky. You have these two connectors that connect onto here. After you do that, way inside there, there's that little hook right there. That hook pops into here from the back and this slides over it. It's a really, really challenging thing to do. I had to just kind of blindly feel around and I got it. So it's really hard for me to film. I apologize in advance. This is the old part. This is the new part. It's an OEM Honda part. This is the part number. And as you can see, this little pink piece that holds on the rod needs to be swapped over. So you just squeeze in these tabs and put it in through there. And then we'll be ready to put the new one in. And when you're doing this job, I would recommend you use an OEM Honda part. This is a cheap part I got aftermarket, and here I am replacing it again. So this job is kind of a pain, and I just want to do it one more time and have it be good for the life of the car. So I got an OEM Honda part. It's about $45 or so at the time of this video. So let me go ahead and try to get these hooks just swapped over and then get the hook started, and I'll come back and film the rest. All right, guys, so I put everything back together. There's another way you can do this, and I'm realizing this after the fact. What you can do is up there, there's that door rod right there, and then way back there, you can see that small one. If you undo those, you can actually take this whole assembly out, and it comes out, and you can very easily swap everything out by itself, or when it's out. I didn't do that. I just tried to, I snuck my hand in here and I was able to attach everything and put it back together. But basically, the idea is take your door panel off, take the cover off, undo some of these connectors, and just wiggle around until you can get this, the hinge or the door hinge off of this little piece right here. And then you want to make sure that this has a little slot that it goes into, and this just clips on. So that's all. And I'm going to put the door panel back and then show you guys how it works. All right, guys, so as you can see, I'm going to unlock the vehicle, and this comes up. When I lock it, it goes down. So there's a better angle. Unlock, lock. So it's fixed. And you can even check on the inside. When I hit the lock button down here, it locks. When I unlock, it unlocks. So that's all. Thanks for watching.